Yeah. What it do, y'all? It's your brother, man, from the motherland, coming to you guys live from the NY. Before I even start, let me let you know who this is. This is your Honorable Jones, not a Bantu or a Jew, but a El Kebulane kidnap that's ready for the get back. And welcome back to the Redeem or Destroy podcast, where we deal with facts over beliefs and awakening the minds of the kidnapped worldwide. Round of applause for that. I'm not, I'm gonna, hold on, where's my pocket at? I'm gonna put my mic around my neck, okay? So my hands could be free while I talk to you guys, okay? Tonight's topic, guys, is gonna be simple. You guys see it. You guys see it on the side of me. Ancestors over Allah and Jesus. Or should I say, ancestors over the Abrahamic religion. Okay? I choose my ancestors over Allah and Jesus. This is not a question. This is literally a statement. And my mission is deconstruction. It's time for us to deconstruct from all Abrahamic culture, religion, philosophy, ideology, the hypocrisy, all that is being thrown away. It's over for all that. I've been there, I've done that, I've seen what it is doing to our people. And for me, as a scholar, as a life coach, as a psychologist, yes, I went to school for psychology. You start to see what certain cultures, like the Western culture, the foundation of the Western culture is the Abrahamic culture, and you see what is it doing to our people. There's no communication. There's no community. There's no unity. There's no honor. There's no love. There's no integrity. There's nothing. And every single one of us follow this Abrahamic religion. And nobody can prove to me the benefits of following this Abrahamic religion. Okay? So in the chat, I want you guys to type in ancestors, whether you're watching it now or you're going to catch it later. Put it in the comments and type in ancestors if you stand on your bloodline. Type in deconstruct if you're done with the Abrahamic programming. I am done with the Abrahamic programming. In fact, let me set it off right now. Let me set it off right now because I'm done. You know? I'm done with the Abrahamic religion. I'm focused on my ancestors. It doesn't take rocket science to know when something has failed or if something has no proof, no validation, no archaeological evidence, no substance to back such claims. And every resource that I receive, I have to get it from those that gave me this ideology. That alone lets me know that this right here is not something for me. Okay? And if you came to argue me down, some of you guys is going to watch this video and put something in the comments. You're going to have those that's going to secretly speak amongst their peers and say, yo, this brother Junior, he don't know what he's talking about. He's off. Make sure, okay. Camera, stay focused right here. You understand? He's off. He's under a spirit. I had a brother tell me, I'm under I'm under many waters. I'm still trying to figure out what the heck does that mean. I've been overtaken by many waters. You hear all the philosophies that come along when you start deconstructing by simply questioning the very belief that we are upholding that we really can't prove. So please save your breath. I'm not asking you to approve my return. Okay? I'm not asking for you guys to say, yeah, Jones, this. I'm not asking for none of that. Okay? I'm not asking for that. So let's get straight to it. I'm not here to attack people, by the way. I'm not here to reject. I'm here to reject the system. I'm not here to attack your belief. I'm here to reject the very system that was used, that we all know that was used to divide, to colonize, conquer, separate, and also spiritually destroy us. Okay? Before the Abrahamic religion came into our circumference, we was living to be 100, 200, 300 years old. This was normal. When you go down the so-called European lifestyle, their lifespan was very short. How old was Alexander how old was Alexander the Greek when he lived? How old was Josephus? None of these people touch the triple digits in numbers in age. None of these people. Some of these dudes was leaving the earth, and this is before there was such thing as cancer and none of this. These people was leaving the earth damn near while they in their 40s, 50s, 60s. Now, these same people are the ones that's telling you how to eat, telling you what to drink, telling you what's healthy and what's not. And you guys are forgetting everything that was displayed in front of us. And the reason behind that, the reason behind you not seeing that is you've been overtaken by this Abrahamic ideology. Okay? You have been overtaken by a machine. You have been given a cultural package that you cannot connect to whatsoever. Okay? All right? Let's talk about how the Abrahamic religion is not just a belief. It's literally it's identity control. When you look at when you look at when you look at hold on, let me turn on let me enhance the lights because it's not catching me and it looks like let me enhance the light. There we go. Much better. Okay? So when you see the Abrahamic belief, religion, it's not just a belief, it's literally identity control. Look at everybody that's arguing this belief. You got the Hebrews that's claiming to be the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Joseph. You got the Christians that's telling you that it's not about color, it's not about race. Jesus loves everybody. Meanwhile, the very person that they praise their knees and bow down to is a man of a European color. You got the Islamic people that tell you Allah loves all people, but the head of this religion are people that is not of color. Right? It's an identity control. You lose your identity once you subject yourself to this Abrahamic religion. It doesn't matter what it is. You lose yourself. This is facts. This is not an if. This is not an assumption. These are the facts. Prove to me that you are a child of Abraham. How do you prove that? How? You can't. Exactly. This is the identity. This is your identity that's being lost. Look how we're so focused on the identities and the so-called race and nationalities that's found in the Bible, but you're not looking for your identity that was taken from Africa, that was taken from the Americas, South America. Doesn't matter. I don't care where you claim. Your identity originates there, but you're not seeking there because Abrahamic religion told you not to worry about that. Abrahamic religion told you to worry about a God that none of you have yet to connect to. God has yet to come to you, sit to you face to face, side by side, whether it's in a burning bush, whether it's at a tabernacles, whether it's anything where he spoke to you. We don't even know that if he's a he or a she. That came from the Abrahamic religion. They told you that God is a he. They told you that he's your father. You don't have proof that he's your father. You want to know where you got proof of who your father is? That actual person that laid with your mom and ejaculated and make you. That you know for a fact that's your father. But you will put an Abrahamic father, God, over your biological father. This is identity control. Okay? This is something that's telling you who you are and what you are. It's telling you what your ancestors were. It's telling you what your culture is allowed to be. This is what the Abrahamic religion is doing that you guys are not paying attention to. And it punishes you for remembering or questioning. So if you question and you saying the things that I'm saying, your very so-called friends and family will demonize you and attack you because you're not falling in line to the script. Okay? So I want you guys to listen carefully to the things I'm about to tell you. Deconstruction means I take it apart, right? Piece by piece. This is what deconstruction means. Meaning we had a foundation that built us up to this ideology and understanding of what we supposed to do and what we are, right? This is the foundation of everything when it's pertaining to the Abrahamic religion. When you deconstructing, you asking questions. You're taking one contradiction out. You taking one plagiarized story out. You're taking everything out where then it puts you at a surface level. At a surface level to the questions that even Stevie Wonder could see, even a caveman could answer. But when the very people that you gave your brain to, that you put your trust into, is unable to answer these questions, by default, you must step away. And that's what I have done. Nobody has proven to me how is Jesus' lineage found through the book of Luke and Matthews. You can find the whole entire Jesus lineage. But nobody can show me the lineage of Solomon and his wives and his children. The man had 500 wives. Nobody can even give me 10. Nobody can give me 10. Nobody can show me 10 wives, where they lived, where they went to school, what was the children's names, what was the wives' names. Don't give me Queen Sheba. What was the children's names? You gave me all the names for the lineage of David all the way to Jesus, but you can't give me the lineage of Solomon. Wasn't Solomon important? I mean, he wrote the book of Proverbs. He wrote the book of Psalms. He wrote the book of Ecclesiasticus and Ecclesiasticus. So where is his lineage? Okay, fine. Let's just say you guys don't know where it's at. Can you at least show me where the individual was buried? Can somebody show me where Jonah was buried? Can somebody show me where Job was buried? Can somebody show me where Levi was buried? James, John was taken up, right? Can you tell me where he was buried? Can you pinpoint the exact location? Can you pinpoint the exact location and the exact time and date where Jesus or Yeshaya or Yahushua or Yahushua or Yashu or whatever? Can anybody show me the exact date and time where he was captured, persecuted, put on trial? What day was Jesus put on trial? They say it was on a Good Friday, right? So okay, so it was on a Good Friday. What year? We're talking about a prominent figure that did phenomenal things, that did miracles that no man had ever seen. And yet there's no documentations of his capture. There's no documentations of the torture. This is how you break down and you start to deconstruct. And what makes you want to deconstruct even more, you ever ask yourself, at the end of the day, whether you believe it or not, you know, a lot of us is just following European ideology. Like your base and reference and your source and information is literally coming from European perspective. You have yet got anything that's connected back to something black, whether it's in America, whether it's in Africa, whether it's in South America. You guys' resources are literally coming from those that are pale. And this is not me being racist. This is just me holding accountable for the information that's being given unto us. And as a man of color, as a melanated man, I believe that I should be receiving information about me from my people. Doesn't that make sense? If I was trying to learn to speak Spanish, would it be better if I learned Spanish from a Spaniard? If I wanted to learn voodoo, wouldn't it be better to learn it from the actual origin of the place where it started from? And if you guys are claiming that this so-called book is about us, wouldn't it be us giving us the true information? Why would us make a claim and then to prove this claim, we will have to go to their sources and lie to ourselves and say, well, my brother, this was our story. They took it. How can you prove that, sir? That's a very, very strong claim. That's a very, very strong claim. And when you make a claim that strong, you have to back it up even stronger. And if you're unable to back it up, then you're unable to bring forth such information. Because all you're doing is regurgitating and doing the same thing the oppressors did. The same exact thing the oppressors did. And if the oppressors is comfortable doing it and you're comfortable in doing it, then who are you really working for? Which God are you really serving? Because it can't be the God of the Alkebulans. You can't tell me the God of the Alkebulans is now the God of the Bible that literally complete genocide towards the people of Alkebulan. And for those who don't know what Alkebulan is, it is Africa. So piece by piece, you must deconstruct. And you must deconstruct with no emotions. If you're trying to deconstruct, but yet still hold on to any little bit of information that can make sure or bring you back to the big blows, you have been absorbed and overtaken with emotions. I tell you guys this all the time. There's no emotions when you're at war. There's no emotions when you are at war. Whatever war you think that you're in, whether it's physical, whether it's spiritual, whether it's psychological, you can't have no emotions. You know why a lot of times people is unalive in these streets? You know why a lot of times people get put into jail? Because they function with emotions. You have to be heartless. And I don't want to sound mean when I say that, but we gotta call a spade a spade. You gotta be heartless when you are entering a battlefield. When you man, one of these days I'm gonna get Mama Love to come on this show. When she gives you the stories of what the mothers pregnant with children did for the freedom of Haiti, for all my Haitians, ça passe, on connaît wa pose, for all my Haitians. If you only knew what mothers was doing for the sake of freedom, you would know that there was absolutely no emotions. And I don't want to sound, harsh and evil and wicked or whatever. But let me tell you what one of the fallen sisters did. I forgot her name. It's a long Haitian name, and I got it in the books. The sister had her child. Some of the sisters used to take their newborn babies and put them inside the cannons so the cannons could not erupt. And sometimes when the cannon got overpowered, when it was with the gunpowder and the barrel, what ended up happening was the cannon would just blow up while the child is still in there. Why am I saying that? Because when there's a greater cause at hand, sometimes certain things got to be sacrificed, even your very own child. But you know how you're able to do that? You're able to do that when you function without no emotions. Because you must stand on facts. You must stand on a liberation. You must stand on complete freedom. That's what the Haitian men and women was doing. That's what the Taínos in Haiti was doing. And this is what you're not doing, because you have allowed this Abrahamic religion to overtake you, to make you sit still, relax, wait for somebody or something to redeem you. I'll be totally honest with you guys. I believe the reason why a lot of you guys can't let go of this Abrahamic religion is because you guys are lazy. You guys is cowards. And I'm not being disrespectful. This is based on observation. You guys are lazy. You guys are cowards. You guys are moving in a state of self-entitlement. You feel entitled that the world bowed down to you. You feel entitled that Jesus come and redeem you. This is why you guys join these organizations. Because you want some level of validation while being a lazy individual. Unproductive. No plan, no vision, no mission, nothing. Religion has created the black man to be lazy. And I'm drinking coconut water, by the way. Religion has taught man to be lazy. Religion has taught women to be submissive or obedient, speaking no words, have no say, have no position. And because of that, and I'm be honest with you guys, because of that, that's why I got to look into if God was really a man or a woman. Because we all know that Man can't give life without a woman. We all know that. But we all know that man cannot create nothing without a woman. Woman carries the life. Woman plays the most powerfulest role in birth. I want you guys to think about that. It's the woman that's pushing forth a child. It's a woman that's carrying the child. It's a woman that's nurturing the child. It's the woman that's educating the child. We need to start questioning this gender of God. And we're going to get to the answer sooner or later. Sooner or later. Okay? Sooner or later. Let me tell you the step one of replacing is always the same. Make you ashamed of your roots. This is what this Abrahamic religion has done. It's making brothers be ashamed of who they are. It's making brothers question the very... Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Because this is pissing me off. I want to see what's going on. Hold on a minute, guys. Yeah. I'm going to figure out what the heck is going on. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Much better, guys. Much better. My apologies. When you standing on the side of your ancestors, the enemies and those that, have their hands in the technology tend to make things difficult. But we back in business. We back. Make sure. Okay. Can you see me? Okay. But what this Abrahamic religion has done has made brothers and sisters be ashamed of their roots, make you fear your own ancestors, say things like, oh, you talking to your ancestors? That's demonic. That's evil and wicked. You should have no communication with your ancestors, but yet you guys are trying to follow the ways of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. But that's not evil. That's righteous. You're following the path of your forefathers. But yet your biological ancestors, you call it evil and wicked. But yet walking in the ways, but walking in the ways of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that's not evil. That's what you're supposed to do. That don't sound like man creation. That don't sound like man control. That don't sound like somebody put that in place to control you and divide you and keep you away from your internal roots. They tell you that they call it black magic. They call you a witch and a warlock. Make you call your ways evil. You got black people right now that will literally say voodoo, something that was created and put together by black people. They'll tell you that it's evil. Right now, real time. Right now, real time. I get my biggest pushbacks and my biggest arguments will always be with black people. Europeans been like, yeah, man, I'm surprised that you black folks has been under this delusion for so long. Why you think we don't go to church no more? Why you think we don't do nothing? We watching football on Sundays. While they watching football, you on your knees begging for something to please you, to make you better, when in reality, all you're doing is making yourself evil. There have yet to be a righteous person that came out of any church. From the Pope all the way down to the fellow servants, everybody is doing something evil, because that entire foundation is evil. But they told you that it's righteous. So now you're more focused on the righteous deeds and needs than paying attention to what your ancestors was doing, what your freedom fighters was doing. You guys claim that you want to be free. You guys claim that you want to be saved. You guys claim that you want to be left alone. But in reality, you just want to be just like them, because you just like being lazy. You want everything handed to you. And that's what these people have created. They have created a system where now you don't have to do nothing. Black people are not doing absolutely nothing. Some somebody show me one thing a black person is doing. The average black person, we talking from the age, let's just say from the age 20 to 45. The average black person is taking drugs, doing drugs, staying away, trying to keep up with the Joneses, all up in their phones. There's no black people that's trying to be doctors. Everybody's trying to get the easy scam, the 1, 2, 3s. Oh man, bro, son, I got a fire hustle right now, bro. This is what we doing. Nobody wants to go to school. I had a conversation with a lady that I did service to a crib, and the lady said to me, she said, today's society, everybody just want everything given unto them. And I told her, I said, as a melanated person that I am, I'm more invested in progress, right? Like I like to see progression. But I told her, but the way the system is set up, especially amongst my group of people, my class, my peers, it seems that the only thing that we want to do is just chill, have fun, smoke weed. And because of that, it's a low amount of people of color that's psychologists. Black people, people of color, melanated people no longer want to be doctors. We're not lawyers. We don't even want to be teachers. And when we enter the medical field, we want the most easiest one. Oh, I'm gonna be an LPN. Oh, I'm gonna be an RN. The RNs is just 1, 2, 3. Hey, I got my job. I'm good. I'm getting paid $80,000 a year. I'm straight. Meanwhile, it's these people that's operating on our sisters. It's these people that's literally running tests on our brothers, hitting them with false diagnostics. You've been diagnosed with something that's not right. My man's right now is having a lawsuit with these people because they told him he had cancer. They made that man go get chemo and he never needed it in the first place. And that's because when they know that they're in our neighborhoods, listen, it's them that's in your neighborhood. It's them that's determined if your child comes on this earth or not. It's them that's doing the bare everything while we running around doing the bare minimum. It's so bad for us that these people decided to do business and had contracts with Mexicans over you, knowing that it was you that's supposedly built this entire civilization. What happened to the black inventor? Ain't nobody invented nothing. Everybody's on the same frequency. It's either you want to rap, you want to trap, you want to slap, you want to play with the gat, you want to clap, right? You want to act. What else? if you have any level of creativity, our sisters want to do eyelashes. Our sisters want to do $20 ponytails. Our sisters really want to do the bare minimum. They don't even want to be mothers and fathers. They don't even want to be mothers. The men, on the other hand, everybody is designing clothes now. Yeah, man, I done made this outfit by this. And it's like, yo, bro, this is all we got to offer to society. When there's a high need of welders, there's a high need of electricians, there's a high need of plumbers, there's a high need of carpenters, there's a high need of engineers, there's a high need of firefighters, there's a high need of pilots, there's a high need of doctors, lawyers, high need. Where's the next Johnny Cochran? But everybody want to be the next Snoop Dogg. Everybody want to be the next Michael Jordan. Where's the Johnny Cochran? Huh? Where's George the plumber? Huh? Okay. This Abrahamic religion got brothers rejecting who they are. These niggas is claiming names that they can't even pronounce. My name is Akbar Akadak. Excuse me? I remember when I was with the Hebrew organization, these niggas gave me a name that to this day I don't even know what it is. I was like, nah, bro. Call me Jones, bro. Kana Ban or some shit like that. Oh, Kana Ban. I was like, what the heck does that mean? Fearless and compassion or something like that. I was like, nah, bro. My name is Jones, bro. Just call me Jones. That name was dirt. Kana Ban, what does that mean? Like, can you imagine I'm walking down the street and somebody asks me, hey, sir, what is your name? My name is Kana Ban. Sounds similar to Taliban. Are you crazy? That don't even sound like my tongue, my lingo. Look at me. Do I look like a Kanaban? The heck is that? The heck is that? These people are giving you new names. They the ones that's writing these books. Where'd the Apocrypha come from? Who wrote the Apocrypha? Who did the digging for this so-called Apocrypha? Who wrote the book of Josephus? There's black people out right now in real time claiming that Josephus is black. Right now. Josephus was a black man. Oh yeah? Who told you that? Where was he born? Is there any photos of his moms and his dad? Oh, that's your assumption. You assume that. That's not valid in 2025. They gave you a book. They changed your last name. They gave you a new authority. It's a brand new authority. It's a brand new sheriff in town. And if anybody disregard that sheriff, you will be unalive. And the people get trapped in, and it will say the following: Jesus will come and redeem us. Hallelujah. 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 You hear all of this madness, and it's like, okay, bro, can you prove that what you're bringing forth is connecting us back to our ancestors, back to our core roots? I want to, listen, let me tell you guys something. I want the history that goes far back beyond the invasion of Europeans. I want to know what we was doing 1200 BC. I would like to know. Oh, so there's no information. So that also proves my point that our understanding comes from the things that they provide to us. So our history could only go as far as they want you to take it back. That is not love. That is not salvation. that is not the God of the El Kebulans. That's their God. But the outcome looks the same every time. We are the ones with a conquered mind. We are the ones that's still confused by identity. And a people that's disconnected from their lineage gets overtaken, get overrun, get overlooked, get no respect, get thrown to the side of the side of the road, and allow you to stay there until you rotten over. This is what you guys are witnessing right now in real time. And all of it comes from the Abrahamic religion. Because you have denounced your ancestors for an ideology that you can't prove. Why you think the people in the Congo are suffering right now? Why you think the people in Somalia are suffering right now? Because these are the two countries in the continent that freely converted the entire region to their ideology. And when you commit treason amongst your ancestors make you suffer. But you think Leopold was there? Why you think that place is the perfect place for all the diamonds? But in order for you to receive it, all the minerals that's needed to operate this phone is there. Can't even find it in the US. That's intentional. Because when you commit treason, you have to do the time. And sometimes the act of treason is a lifelong punishment. But I know how to break out of it. You got to genuinely deconstruct and denounce all Abrahamic religion. Beg for the forgiveness. Summons your ancestors. Summons the Oguns and the Oshés. You must summons them. Not pray in the closet where nobody can hear you. Not even the God that you're praying to is not hearing you. Because if he was hearing you, you would not be in these circumstances that you are in. This God will not allow you to suffer. This God will not allow you to be sexually assaulted. This God will not allow anything wicked to happen to you after he told you within this time frame, I will start waking you up and you shall be gathered unto me again. Because it was meant for you to be destroyed spiritually. So when I say I choose my ancestors, I'm choosing memory over amnesia, okay? I'm choosing duty over a doctrine. I'm choosing a bloodline over imported authority. I'm choosing my people over a foreign frame. You understand? That's what I'm doing. This is the difference between me and everything else. I don't care for nothing. I'm standing on anything that's melanated. And anyone that is supposedly melanated but is playing Johnny Brasco, I'm going to handle you accordingly. Okay? So we're going to make this a plan. I want you guys to understand this. And if you agree, put a thumbs up in the chat. Put it up. Allah and Jesus is not my roots. I cannot trace the story of Allah and Jesus prior to the invasions of the nations of these people that brought it to us. I cannot. There are no starting points. Okay? There's no foundation in these Abrahamic religions. No foundation. You cannot trace it prior. Listen, you don't even know prior to you being there if that area where these niggas hijacked, if that area was filled with bushes, etc. You don't even know. Everything that you know is based on the information that they gave you. The understanding of math came from them, how they put it together, reading from them, the English language from them. So when I tell you Jesus is not in my roots, that is not my starting my starting point. That is not my foundation. That is just another form of the Abrahamic ideology. And I reject them all. The entire frame is rejected. Okay? So this is for the chat. If you ever felt guilty honoring your elders, if you ever felt scared to study your roots, if you ever got told your ancestors was cursed, type the program. Type the program. Because that's what it is. It is a program. Okay? Now let's talk for real, guys. A lot of people says their ancestors online, right? But they don't live it. They say they don't study it. They don't build off it. They don't repair their family line. Yo, just today, and I know I'm getting off topic. Just today, I had all my children, except for my oldest, on a family call. It was just beautiful I love when I see all my children together. I love it. I love it. But for us, we don't desire that to go even beyond. We want to keep it right here. We just gonna keep it right here, guys. I don't want to go that far because our ancestors. This is what these people be telling you, bro, and this is what these niggas be running with. They'll say things like, "Yeah, bro, our ancestors messed up, and this is the reason why we're here in the first place." This is what they will be saying, bro. Nah, man, my ancestors wasn't keeping the commandments, bro. I ain't walking down that path. They got people that really believe that their lives got better after they came back and claiming to be a Hebrew. No, my brother. That's not what made your life better. Your life became better because you decided to make a change. You decided to step away from the foolishness that comes along outside when you are a melanated man. That's what changed. You no longer wanted to be a gangbanger. You no longer wanted to sell drugs. You wanted to be loving. You wanted to love. You wanted to care. That was the inner you wanted to make a change. That was your ancestors talking to you that wanted to make a change. And some of us have to go through these Hebrew doors in order to come out and see the world for what it is. Because when I was there, not only did I see the world for what it is, I also see what religion done to my people. And I also got a chance to see why individuals never follow what they preach. Yeah. Never follow what they preach. All of it is just a facade. It's literally a performance. They're playing you right in front of you. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors. I know. I've seen it. I secured it. You don't know. A lot of things is not what you see in real life. It's not. Okay? All of it is just a performance. It's a facade to mislead, to misguide, to have you guys in a state of being lazy. Some of you guys are already lazy, but now you got a full justification by God Himself to remain lazy, to continue doing the bare minimum. True word. Not doing that. In the next 30 minutes, it's going to be a whole new change from the podcast all the way down to the life coach, all the way down to the employment. Everything is going to be done different. Everything. Because we're not doing no more talking. All the talking, I'm tired. I did enough talking. I had to take care of some legal matters, had to take care of some personal finance issues. All of that has been resolved. Now we're going into 2026 without no care in the world. I'm going after every single one of you guys until every single one of this nonsense falls down. I'm going to hold every single black melanated man, melanated woman, melanated children accountable. I'm not trying to hear none of that. I'm going to start standing on being honest, not to just you guys, but to myself. This is what we're going to do. But the first thing is to start letting brothers and sisters know that it's time for you guys to start choosing your ancestors before you choose Allah. F for Allah. F for Jesus. I'm saying it. F the God that's spoken of in the Bible. That has nothing to do with us. F it. Throw it away. Kick it. Say use a dub. It's okay. You're not gonna burn in hell. It's okay. You're not gonna burn in hell. You're not. But it's time for us to start waking up and start seeing that and realize exactly what's going on. Enough is enough. So here's the first rule for the deconstructing. Do not cosplay with ancestors. Do not try to associate European vocabulary or African cosmology with European philosophy. Okay? Or ideology. Okay? Don't turn this awakening to another form of wearing the outfits and trying to look for a vibe. No, it's bigger than that. We want freedom, my guy. Turn your research into discipline. Teach your child to become the next doctor, to become the next lawyer, to become anything. Teach that to your community. Guess what? We're starting something for that. Because it's time for brothers and sisters to start respecting and honoring their bloodlines. Because honoring ancestors is not just candles. Honoring your ancestors is building what they didn't get to build. Okay? Our ancestors laid the foundation for us. They're churning in their graves right now because we too busy wanting to smoke, drink, have sex, play games, do the bare minimum. Meanwhile, the niggas that violated us are teaching their children to stay powerful and continue violating us while they got us waiting in a mother effing shack, hiding in a mother effing closet, talking about I'm praying alone so God can hear my prayers and hopefully He's going to give me my prayers and we could get freed from here. You got niggas talking about, oh my gosh, can you wait for the chariots to come down? Chariots coming where? Jesus was floating on the clouds. That happened already. The first ship called Jesus of Lamech. What you think that was? You ever seen a big boat come from the shores of water? It looks like it's floating on the mother effing clouds. Huh? Time for you to honor your ancestors. It's honoring your ancestors and correcting what was broken. Honoring your ancestors is ending the cycle. Okay? Now here comes the pushback. They're gonna hear those say, "Oh man, you just mad. You hate God. You sound like a disruptive form of Hebrew Israelite. You this, you're that." You're gonna hear all these excuses, and it's not bro. Yo, my brother, you lost. You've been overtaken by demons, man. You've been demonized, my brother. You wicked, my brother. You better repent, my brother. You're gonna burn in hell, my brother. You don't want to die with that on your conscience because this is what's gonna happen. Miss me with that. Miss me with that. This is the fear language. This is the control language. Okay? Because fear, guess what? Like I said before, niggas is lazy. Niggas feel entitled. And niggas want to do the bare minimum. So because of that, the fear, oh my God, I'm not trying to go to hell. I'm not trying to go to jail. It's cheaper than the evidence. Fear is faster than proof. Fear shuts the brain off. And that is why the love is feared. So I'm going to repeat this stance again. Okay? I choose my ancestors over Allah and Jesus. I reject the Abrahamic religion. Reject the Abrahamic culture, the Abrahamic philosophy, and the Abrahamic ideology. I reject it. I'm not here to negotiate. I'm not here to do a live, to do a debate and hear what you got to say. I can care less. Until you prove the question that I asked prior, everything that you're saying don't mean shit to me. Okay? I'm going to leave it as that. Is there any questions, my peoples? You said thoughts on the Zionist occupation of the United States thoughts on the Zionist occupation of the United States government. Listen up. The founding fathers of America was Freemasons. Freemasonry comes from the Zionists. The pyramid, the pyramid is a symbol of Freemasonry. The cornerstone, I am the rock that sits on the cornerstone. The eye that's representing, they tell you that's the eye. No, that's the eye of Jesus. He is the cornerstone. See, again, a lot of you guys don't understand what you guys are worshiping. Why you think when they wrote the story, they made sure that Jesus died at the age of 33? 33 is what? Yeah. Now, I'm not, how can you say it? I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to like gematria and all that. Like, that's not my skill set. I got enough tax numbers, money numbers and stuff like that, phone numbers, to be worrying about the gematria and all that. I leave that for the experts. But you do pay attention to, you understand? You do pay attention to the things that you cannot pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got no choice but to pay attention to that. My shoulder's killing me. You understand? So yeah, the Zionist runs it all. The Pope, the man, the Alexander Pope Nicholas V, He was a Zionist. The entire Catholic organization it was put together by Zionists. The people that sat at the table with Constantine was Zionists. Yeah. Slavery was a political move. Slavery was something that was instituted because they knew the strength of these people, and they knew that if they used these people, they rise to power would have been a whole lot faster. You guys don't know, like I said, you guys don't know the history, man. I have the Freemason Bible. Same King James, same everything. It just has the Freemason logo. There's nothing, you would think that the Freemason would have something different. No, from front to back. Yesterday, I told you that Jesus told you that he is Lucifer. He waited till you got to the end of the book to unveil who he really was. That explains why. That explains why he's able to travel to and fro, up and down around the earth, heaven and hell. Remember the book of Job 1:6. Devil, where you coming from? Oh, I just came back coming from to and fro. Don't know what's going on. All these evidence and information is just here once you start deconstructing. When you're under their delusion, religion is a spell, guys. Whether it's Abraham, whether it's Islam or Christianity or Judaism, you're under a spell. You don't move until they tell you to move. You don't bring forth information until they bring it forth. Nobody got information on nothing black. All information goes back to a European philosophy. For me, when it comes to their religion, yes, that's their creation. It's going to be them that's going to tell you about something that they created. But when I need to find information about Africa, El Kebulan, I'm not looking for a European narrative to tell me what this is and what that is. I'm not doing that. That doesn't make sense. That's an oxymoron. So I hope that answers your question. Yes. The Zionist movement, what you think the Bilderberg meetings is for? That's a Zionist gathering. What you think the Bohemian Grove is? That's a Zionist gathering. They all gather to do one thing and one thing only: to mislead, to misguide, to confuse, to figure out how they could continue controlling the masses. You see in all of these new rules and regulations, what is it compiled to? It's compiled to your control, your enslavement. What's going on in the UK right now? What's the big fuss right now? Digital ID, right? What comes with the digital ID? Them niggas could track everything that you do. What's going on in China? What you think is going on in China? They got the social credit score. Credit, you cross the street wrong, you can drop down 100 points. What you think they're trying to do over here? Don't let this war between America, China, Ukraine, Iran, don't let none of these things fool you. There's none of these things going on. None of it is going on. If there was a war, if one of these things was brewed to happen, they would not issue you guys to be situated. They would have just started the you know what. No. It's none of that. None of that. Think about this. I really want you guys to process this. If there was really a situation going on in the world, all the fumes, all the toxins, all the bodies that you let off. You ever notice that when somebody close to you passes on, it's unlimited amount of rain? It's raining. Have you guys seen that? No. Doesn't the world, doesn't the universe goes around? and it doesn't come to you, it's hot. No, it's lies. Lies. But the reality, what we know is for real, is the laws that they put in place. Like congesting pricing. If you live in here in New York, you literally, to get to the city and come back home is literally a $50 trip. You spending $50 a day just to go to and fro from the city to, from your home to the city and back home. $50. That's not to mention parking. That's not to mention that's not to mention if they just say you circle around a congested area 2 times. Those 2 times you're paying both times. You guys don't even know why they're doing that. You guys don't even know why they're doing that. Everything is being regionalized. You're going to be in section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4, section 5, section 6, section 7. Why you think they're building all of these buildings and putting supermarkets in there? They're keeping everybody in their proximity. Your digital ID will match your location. If you're found outside of that location, it's going to be an issue. Stuff like that, I can't talk. Stuff like that, I can't talk on this. I'm gonna leave it as that. If you really want more, you gotta send me a DM. You gotta put it in the comments. Say, yo, bro, I need you to elaborate more on it, and I would take that to Rumble because Rumble still allows you to have freedom of speech. And I'll give you all the information you need. All of it. And shout out to the brother. He just gave me some phenomenal information. You guys are gonna be shocked. This is why me personally, I would never deal with any Abrahamic religion, because all of these religions had their hands in our enslavement. All of it. Even to the Torah lovers, all had their hands in our enslavement. And because of that, I would never go back. And this is why I stand here boldly and I'm talking to you guys and I'm telling you guys, listen, time for you guys to start doing your homework. Stop, don't just listen to me. Go do your homework. Put that effort in. Your future depends on it. Your grandchildren, your children, your husband, your wife, your mother, your father depends on it. Because we are losing this fight by a large scale. You know when things is at the cliff, on the top of the top, and they got the people looking down, looking up. We're the people that's looking down. These people once upon a time looked up to us and say, damn, I want to get there. Damn, I want to be the dominant race on this earth. But they knew the only way for them to get there is to make you come down. I'm giving you guys a metaphoric understanding so you know what I'm talking about. They had to give you something to make you come down. So they entice you. They gave you things that was intriguing. They gave you their daughters. They gave you their women. Remember, these are dogs. They don't have, they don't have sexual respect the way that you do. They gave you that. They made you do things that your ancestors never did. And in return for all the things that they gave you, they made you convert to their religion. They gave you the idea. They threw it out there like, yo, man, you ever thought about, following Jesus? Who is Jesus? Who is Jesus? Jesus is I don't know him. He do not live here. Yeah, look what Jesus gave me. You see all these women? You get all of this in the name of Jesus. Oh, really? Okay. And then from that moment on, from that minute it was said, okay, they knew that they got us. And they knew that one day, 1 year, 1 month, every cycle, every season, we was coming down piece by piece. And not only was we coming down piece by piece, we was also becoming weak, very weak. Until by the time we hit the floor, we were so weak. They was like, yeah, we can take them now. Take them, remove them. Don't give them no opportunity to ever wake up. Take them. And those that remain on the land, let's just say they wasn't the toughest of toughest. Yeah, I know. I know. And what's keeping you from ever being tough again is the ideology that they throw in your face. And that's intentional as well. So if you ever want to know what's really going on, you have to take the time out to start doing your homework. My job is to navigate you. My only navigation that I'm telling my people is that you are El Kebulan kidnapped. You was kidnapped. You are a victim of sex trafficking. All colored people, melanated people, whether you in the Caribbean islands or whether you in America or whether you are the indigenous people, you are a product of sex trafficking. Yes. And when you start realizing that, you start changing your approach. Pardon me. And I gotta take a leak too. Y'all be alright. Yeah, I wash my hands too, so y'all ain't gotta worry. Okay? You guys are you guys are children of sex trafficking. Okay? Or should I say human trafficking? Okay? You guys are human. You guys have been human trafficking. Human trafficked. Okay? So the sooner you guys realize that, the better, the faster we will grow and learn and elevate to the next level. All right. So I'm gonna leave it as that. Um, there's no more questions. All right. I love you guys. I know you guys are getting ready to do your New Year's. I hear the firecrackers. I'm home alone. Like I said, I'm gonna wait for the New Year's. I'm gonna finish my wine. I'm gonna finish drinking my coconut water, drink some wine, and edit some more videos and get prepared for the ROD takeover. And I promise you'll be taking over this year. No if, buts, and maybes, no excuses, no complaints. We're just diving into that fire and we're gonna continue working. So I hope you guys have a phenomenal one. Enjoy your evening. You know, may the ancestors be with y'all. May the creators stand with y'all. May the fallen deities, the El Kebulan deities be with y'all. You know, the Oguns and the O'Shays, allow them to guide you and protect you. Our time is coming. Our time is now. Be prepared. Be strong. Be humble. Stay G'd up from the feet up. Ain't no need to roll the weed up. You heard? And with that being said, it's your brother, man. You understand? And I'ma holler at y'all. One.